I've been looking all over the world for the best cup of coffee.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
We're Alex and Lindsay, two travelers who are exploring South America, when suddenly, strict lockdown began, leaving us stuck abroad. We've been here for months, and even though lockdown is lifted, things in Peru are far from normal. We're documenting the whole thing and sharing it with you. Good morning from Urubamba.
Someone told us that Urubamba means the land of spiders. Scary. We have seen quite a few spiders crawling around on the ground, so that might be true.
Perfect intro to this video to make you not want to come to Urubamba. Today it's Sunday. We're going back into town just to see what's going on and show you a little bit of Urubamba. So the way we go to town is we take this cool little pathway here, which has all of these stone walls on either side.
And there's no one else around, so it's really quiet. It's about a half-hour walk into town.
So we'll show you a bit of the walk, and then hopefully some things are open so we can get some coffee, get some food, and who knows, we have no idea.
With Sundays, you really have no idea what to expect.
Hey, if you like travel videos, make sure to subscribe and click the bell down below because we're traveling all around the world and we're sharing the whole thing with you.
And we're gonna start doing little questions of the day in each video, and the question for today that we have for you is, what has been your favorite place in Peru that you've been to, or a memorable experience? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. If you guys have been watching our videos, you know that neither Alex and I are very good cooks. So the hard part in the morning is we don't have food ready to make when we wake up. So a lot of times we don't get food till what, noon? Mm-hmm.
So we save money on a meal every day.
We
not on
eat
purpose.
Like 2 meals a day. But I am extremely hungry right now. I think it's around 10 o'clock, so not that late. But we're hoping we can find a good place that will have comida y café.
Your Spanish is getting phenomenal. Comida and cafe.
A lot of people have been saying it's been getting better.
Yeah, so this walk is really cool. You'll see we're going through kind of a back trailway where you only see locals coming out. Occasionally you see some kids playing.
Some dogs, of course.
A couple of little convenience stores open, very small, that are just built into these adobe walls. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of more of a local experience going this way because we're not on the main road where all the cars go by. See things like this.
And like this.
Whoa, and what is this?
Wow. That one's like all yellow. They're just bathing in this random little gutter.
Okay, we just got into town, so we put our masks back on. Things are actually closed, like our host said, most of the things. Most of the stores, most of the restaurants so far. We're not in the center yet though, so maybe in the central Plaza de Armas, maybe a little bit will be open, we're hoping. Or else it'll be just the small markets like this, where we can get some snacks and fruits for the day. Okay guys, here's the center. Let's check it out and hope.
Well, we know one thing. The ice cream shop's open, so that might be our breakfast.
Okay, we're going to queso helado. Oh guys, 5 sole for a frappe.
That's
like
only
that.
$1.50.
Wow. did it. This is our breakfast.
2 of these for $3. That's one of our favorite parts of Peru. You can get really great food for very cheap.
So, Lindsay got a maracuya, or passion fruit one, and it comes with a whipped cream on there. Comes with, it looks like those are little chocolate balls on the top. We're not really sure.
Chocolate syrup.
Some whipped cream, chocolate syrup, and then I got a mango, and they're both amazing.
The thing that I really like is it's made with real fruit. You can tell it's not the artificial flavoring, which back in the United States you would be getting an artificial flavor, not the real deal.
Wow. So a little over $1 for this, $1.50.
This is one of the best things I've had in Peru. I will be back here every single day to this place. We stopped at a little convenience store and it closely resembled the ones that we're used to back home. That's the first time we've encountered something like that. Anyway.
Resembled it more than anything else we've seen in Peru for quite a while.
It felt like home for a minute.
To a gas station. And now we want to take a break from the city and just walk by this river. We saw these mountains over here. Now we see there's a river right in front of the city. So we're gonna see if we can sit down here and talk to you guys really quick and get a little peace. People are already here.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, this is kind of nice. Wow, so we just came across this beautiful river here. Look at all the, what are they? Look at all the birds. I thought they were ducks, some kind of birds, like seagulls almost, over there.
It looks like there's a little trail to walk along the river right here.
Okay, so instead of sitting on the sand here, we're gonna walk along the river, see what we find. You can tell it's a very beautiful river here, but then there's also a lot of trash. People need to pick it up over here.
Trash is in the trees, show them.
The color of the water, if you can't tell, it's green and blue, kind of a turquoise in spots.
It's a puppy. Oh, it's okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
You can tell some of these dogs are really scared to come up to you. Hi, hi.
They want to, but they're just scared because people here aren't that nice to them. Yeah. You do have to be really careful when you pet the dogs too, because some will just try to bite you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But if you let them approach you, it's usually okay.
So we think that the tide must have changed a lot. There must have been a high tide, which brought all the trash up a little higher into the trees, and nobody's come to really clean it up, unfortunately. Hopefully one day somebody will come, or they'll form some kind of organization that will clean this up, because this is really a beautiful place here next to the river. It would be awesome. A lot of people could spend time here by the river, swimming, possibly. Hola.
Oh, we found a place to eat called Kachiwasi. We're the only ones here. They have quite a few options on their menu, so we're happy about that.
So there were just a few places open, but most of the places that were open, you couldn't go inside. They had a barricade at the door. So this is one of the few that they had somewhere to sit, where we can take our time, have a coffee, and plan our next steps in Urubamba.
Gracias.
Since I started drinking coffee about a year ago, I've been looking all over the world for the best cup of coffee. So, Lindsay and I are gonna let you know how this one is. Maybe Urubamba is the place. Look at it. It's huge, gets 10 points for the size.
It's very milky, which I like. And look how big this is. We may have found the 2 best spots in Urubamba on the very first day.
See how bare bones this place is? It doesn't really have much decoration or anything. You see the kitchen right there. A lot of times it's those really minimal places that haven't put any work into the design or anything else. A lot of times they have the best food, Probably because they put all of their time into the food instead of all the extra fluff to get tourists there. At least when you travel, it's like that a lot of times. Potential best coffee in the world. It's pretty good. It doesn't have a ton of flavor. It has a good flavor, but not a lot, so it's not very potent.
And we realized to find the best cup of coffee, the best way might not be to be ordering lattes, because we learned something new. We figured out lattes are like 80% milk and the rest is coffee. So that's crazy. We had no idea about that.
Yeah, so we're not getting the full flavor from it, but still the flavor comes through with the lattes. We've definitely had bad ones and we've had good ones.
Gracias.
Here's the sandwich.
Gotta get that avocado on there. We've had a lot of bad coffees in Peru. I know Peru's known for their coffee, or maybe we're just not used to it, but it's very bitter.
Yeah, a lot are so bitter that we can't even drink them, and we
add like 6 spoons of sugar and
it still doesn't help. So yeah, and we've got the very milky ones that have almost no coffee. It's like leche with a little bit of cafe.
Alright, time to eat. Slice of cheese, polta and eggs. Pretty basic.
So for breakfast lately, we usually get what is normal to us, what we're used to. We love having eggs, that's what we have back home in the United States. But what is the typical dish of Peru for breakfast? So we know about lunch and dinner and everything in between. We know about pachamanca, but for breakfast, do you guys have eggs a lot, or, you know, what is it? Let us know and we'll try to start doing that a little more. Okay, so right after we just asked you guys that, they just ordered a chicharron for breakfast. So Lindsay is a cat person, and you can tell because she drinks like a cat. And also, she drinks wine out of the bottle, so she doesn't know how to really consume anything.
I'm a classy lady.
Okay, so I just got my breakfast here. So it's arroz, huevos, y queso frito. Frites. This is andino, which we've heard of several times in Peru. It's one of the popular cheeses, I guess. So let's try some andino cheese. So here's the queso andino.
It looks like it has a rubbery texture.
It's very rubbery. It has a lot of flavor. I think frying it brings the flavor out even more. That's actually amazing. Okay, just finished our customized meal. Let's go find out how much it cost us. We have no idea.
A lot of times we know Peruvian food is such a good deal that we don't even look at the menu or ask for the price ahead of time. It's always worked out. Everything's cheap here, so we'll see. Do we have any guesses? I bet mine was 10 soles.
Guys, guess in the comments right now before you see the price.
24. So that's about $7 for 2 lattes and 2 breakfasts. Not bad.
Okay, we're gonna take this motor taxi. Okay, so we're taking a moto taxi to go home. It's always 3 soles. So we just got back, home sweet home. There is not a ton to do right now because of lockdown. There are more restaurants and cafes and things open here than there were in Pisac, and a lot is closed down in Cusco right now, so we are happy to be here. But still, because of lockdown, I think we're just gonna have some hikes around here. We're gonna try some food.
Tomorrow we're gonna try to go to Armas salt mines. We don't know if we can get in or not. We're gonna try to leave early and see what happens.
We've heard that it's closed because of all the lockdowns around the area. But if we go early enough, maybe nobody will be there and we'll be able to show it to you because it looks amazing.
And we are gonna still explore the idea of doing the Sky Lodge Adventure Suites while we're here, because I'm pretty sure it's close to Urubamba. Am I saying it right? How do we say it? We don't know how.
Urubamba?
Urubamba.
Who's saying it better?
Urubamba.
Urubamba. We don't know.
It's a contest.
We don't know. we were saying Urubamba before, but we know that's wrong.
That was very American sounding of us.
Yeah,
Urubamba.
Urubamba. So once we can get inside here, once they let us in, we're gonna chill out in the garden, maybe do some exercises.
And then maybe do some Q&A?
Yeah, let's do a Q&A. If you haven't been to Peru, then what's your favorite place that you've traveled?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Little, like the back, how do I
It's like a little back alley trail way.
See things like this. What are these? Ducks? Wow.
They don't look
These are black and yellow ducks. They're like the color of a bumblebee, but they're ducks. This is odd. Look at this. Like a little tiny bit. So.
There's a basket in the middle of the river. What is that? Oh, it's just a broken basket.
Let's see.
Don't be awkward.
Okay, we just got back to our place. We're sitting here on a blanket in the garden.
We spread out this big soft blanket and we're the only ones here.
In this whole place.
The views of all the different plants and flowers.
Look at that. 360 degrees, all plants and grass. And I am having a maca water. So this one is a mix of yellow and black maca.
Doesn't look appealing, but it's healthy.
Yeah, but
All right, Jose somewhere says, question. You might have already answered this, but do viewers watching the ads actually help you out, or do video views and comments help you out the most? I always watch the ads, but was wondering if it actually makes a difference. Good question. We haven't talked about this really yet.
yeah. So the thing is, they all help out, but in different ways. Watching the ads helps out monetarily. Each time you watch the ad, we get a little bit more money, not much at all. Like, we're talking cents here. Like, if you skip the ad, maybe we would get 1 cent. And if you watch the ad, maybe 2, something like that. So not a ton, but it does help out when you're all watching the ads instead of skipping them. And then as far as comments, views, all of that, that's good for YouTube, like for the algorithm. So that gets us more views, which makes more ads, more watches of ads, which makes more money. But
so basically everything helps that you can do.
Yeah,
do whatever you can. We appreciate it, even if it's just watching the videos.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the ads, just you watching the videos and engaging with it. The more you like and comment and all that, the more that YouTube likes that, and they'll show our videos to more people, and that's how we get more subscribers and more views.
We think that's how it works anyway. The algorithm for YouTube is kind of a mystery, but that's what we've figured out so far.
Yeah, so probably more than watching the ads, just watching the whole video and leaving some comments and likes. That would help out the most in the long run.
Next question comes from Michael O'Rourke.
Rourke.
Michael O'Rourke asks, what about tipping in Peru? Another great question. So you don't have to tip in Peru. A lot of times we do because stuff is so cheap. So we feel like we might as well.
Yeah, so we think from what we've heard, locals don't tip either at all, or they might leave like 1 sol or something like that. So they don't leave that much, something the equivalent of like 20 cents, 25 cents, something like that, just to say they appreciated the service. But I don't even know if that's very common. But for us, because we want to help out, especially during this time of COVID, if somebody's very nice to us, we're gonna give them a nice tip that'll make their day.
Yeah. So if you come to Peru, they're not going to think you're rude if you don't tip, but of course they will appreciate anything they can get. So in the United States, customary is 20% of the whole bill, which is quite a lot when you actually think about it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we don't really tip tuk-tuks very often, or
moto-taxis,
or taxis, but we will usually tip when we go out to eat. Or yeah, just to be nice sometimes.
Yeah. Well, we just tipped this moto taxi literally 10 minutes ago at just 1 sol. So he asked for 3. We just gave him 4 just because we had 2 sol coins and we didn't want to ask him for change.
And for those of you that don't know the conversion rate, basically 1 sol is equal to like 25 cents, close to that anyway.
Yeah.
Next question is from Alex A. Fox. Do you guys argue a lot? We think it's kind of cute. A lot of you guys ask about these types of things, like what we like about each other.
Our personal life.
Yeah.
Why do you want to know our personal life? It's
No.
ours. No, it's
We're
funny.
open. So we have our fair share of arguments. What you see on camera is not necessarily totally reflective of all of our time together. But we still like each other. We're still...
Looking at me for an answer.
We still like each other at the end of the day.
Yeah, it depends on the time. Sometimes we go weeks without really arguing too
Yeah.
much. Sometimes we argue every day for a little while. But I think a lot of that is also because of the situation with COVID and lockdowns and all that. That would be hard on any couple. We're with each other 24/7, every single day, all the time.
Not being able to travel like we wanted.
Yeah, basically in a house, and we both don't want to be there. We don't want to be stuck in a house. We want to be doing things. So it's hard on us individually, it's hard on us together, and we've only been dating for like
8
I don't know,
months,
8 months, and we've been on lockdown for like 6 months. So
Well, when we came on this trip, we'd only been dating for a month. So imagine a brand new relationship. We'd only met each other once before we went on this trip. And now we have been together 24/7. So it's very unique. I'm not sure many couples have been in this situation.
True. Whether it's a significant other, whether it's a friend or family or a stranger, if you're with someone in their presence 24 hours a day for months on end without a second to yourself, really, you would get in some fights and arguments. So I don't think that really speaks to us exactly, but the situation, maybe 50-50. But we're good right now. The camera stuff is not fake. We are also very good together.
All right, after all that mumble jumble, should we prove it to them that we still like each other?
Let's do it. Proof.
Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
That was horrible. Hey guys, we can only do so much on YouTube, and we only put out a video every 2 or 3 days. So if you want more, if you want daily stuff, you should head to Instagram. Find us at Alexander Travel Bum, and that's where you'll find daily stories and photos about our travels. Hey, thanks for making it all the way through this video. If you want to watch more, click one of these videos. Subscribe, because I'm traveling all around the world and I'm sharing the whole thing with you. Thanks.